Okay, welcome back to another show today. And a lady. We are back, and I know a lot of y'all at home because it's Thanksgiving, and a lot of y'all off today because it's Black Friday. So, Katie, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. I was out there with my brother and his wife, and we had some nice family time. Just my brother, sister, and all the kids. Yeah, I enjoyed myself.
Yes. What about you, Conscious?
First of all, can we just give an old nasty tribute to we got Fantasia on the show today, y'all. I ain't came to give an old nasty piece. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me, nigga. Okay, give those old nasty piece of 27 piece. Yes, God, honey. Yes, I am living, honey. Fuck it up, baby. Fuck it up. My Thanksgiving was absolutely amazing. I didn't have to beat a bitch ass. I didn't have to hold one plate in one hand and kick a bitch in the oven with the other hand. Okay, so it was real nice and real cute and everything. So it was dope. How was yours?
Well, mine's listen. I didn't even really know it was Thanksgiving because I stayed at home eating me two steaks, watching Bernie Mac, catching up on schoolwork. I am a huge Bernie Mac fan. I love comedy. One thing that I could tell you, I was not on social media because that gets you. You see people with their family, you be all saying like, "I ain't with my family," because all my family is back in Chicago, and so I didn't check out any social media. I was literally at home watching Bernie Mac and Bobby, and I treated myself to a PS4 because I'm a gamer. I love games. And child, those some sexy people in that game. Stop. I went. It was this one guy. Everything, everything. It was just
Ooh.
he helped me out, and I was like, yeah, about the PS4. And I was just asking random questions. Very attractive. But I treated myself to a PS4. I need to give me a PS5 because I need something to do outside of just doing YouTube and work at school. So sometimes you need to treat yourself. I had the money, so I said, let me go on and treat myself. And shout out to Katie Talk. You look gorgeous, by the way.
Oh, thank
You look gorgeous.
you. Thank
You
you
look gorgeous.
so much. She
Baby,
said,
that's how fuck me cut, honey.
oh my
That's
God.
how fuck me cut, baby. That's that give it to me daddy cut, baby. Yes, God, honey. And Wiley, don't you be tripping over these fake ass happy holiday ass pictures people be loading. Cause let me tell you something about these families, honey. These folk only come together one time out of the year to
Once a
smile.
year.
They only come together one time out of the year to smile together, honey. In between that, they writing bad checks in each other's names.
I
The grandma raising is raising her babies, honey. Okay, people living under underpasses, honey. Like it ain't all what it look like.
It not. It
It's
is not. But
true.
that used to get to me because I used to walk like, what's so sad? But this time I did not check out nobody Instagrams. I was literally watching. It was me, Bernie Mac, and some rest. And before I knew, I was getting all these texts, happy Thanksgiving. I'm like, what they? I'm like, oh, it was Thanksgiving because I wasn't even, checking my phone. But that is to help people, just like you said, because so many people look at social media and be like, damn, they having so much over their family, and I don't have my, and they really internalize that, and they get depressed. Suicide rates is increased by the holidays because
Mhm.
people say like they don't have nobody and stuff like that. But nevertheless, I'm thankful to being here. I'm thankful that we're here again for another episode of Two Man and a Lady. And I'm so thankful that I was able to tune in to Kim. Let's get into Kim Kardashian husband, Kanye West. He did his Thanksgiving prayer. And he said he said he embarrassed his wife. He said he also said he ran for president, didn't have no idea about that. He apologized. He talked about his manic episodes, and he kind of missed Kim. I want to bring it to you, Katie. Talk. Should Kim Kardashian take Kanye back? What do you say as a woman? Would you take him back?
I probably would. I think I'd take him back because I mean, when she ended up getting in the marriage, she pretty much she knew his mental state, and he really has no one, and he really sincerely loves her. I think it's kind of hard to find real sincere love out here. You can't go around every corner and find a man that's gonna love you and all of them kids that you have. True, she is a very rich woman, but I mean, just looking at her being towards her middle ages, I'm not saying she should get with him because that's her last pickings. But I'm saying it's stuff there to work on. It's something there to work on. They have children, they have a whole family, and nobody is just standing in line for a middle-aged woman with 4 children. Work it out with your husband.
Okay, conscious. A middle-aged woman with 4 kids. Okay. Okay.
It's this is a tough one, okay? Because for one, I gotta keep it a buck. I don't believe that Kanye West really loves Kim Kardashian. I think that he really fetishizes her because she represents this ideal trophy, a simulated receipt to his personal success. Because when he was with bald-headed ass Amber Rose, he said he had to scrub himself down just to get rid of the stench of Amber Rose, baby. Now even though Kim Kardashian done been with more men than a state fair merry-go-round, okay? He still feel like she's a damn prize, okay? And I know it's because our brother is just in the second place. Now, to Kim Kardashian's point, okay? I don't believe that she really is into black men either. I think that he's just as much of a fetish for her. I think that Kim Kardashian thought that black men would be more subservient because she know how indoctrinated and how weak black men are, okay? Especially black men at the top. They always want to trade in the old black queen for old Becky with the Indian bundles like Miss Kardashian do. So it's a fetish on fetish crime. But I will say this. I was in a long-term relationship to a crazy nigga, okay? And being with a crazy nigga is a lot. Now, crazy is not based upon the actual mental illness. Crazy is based upon not taking your meds, okay? And I was with a man who wasn't on his meds properly, okay? So that meant that one day he thought he was Secretary of the damn state. And the next minute, this bitch thought that he was a goddamn flight attendant on the Apollo 13 mission, okay? And I can't keep up with all that damn goings on, okay? So to be with a crazy nigga is very high maintenance, baby, okay? And Kim Kardashian, she ain't got that kind of move around at her age. She is 40-something plus years old, carrying around 20 pounds of silicone and goddamn cotton candy in her ass. So she can't be doing all that uprooting. One day you're in Boston, the next week you want to be in Chicago, then you want to go be the Prince of Paris, then you manic and you think you're God and you want to air out all the family's goddamn dirt doing your presidential campaign. Kim Kardashian got her ass emotionally whopped in this damn relationship. So I think it might be best that they establish a very close friendship and they fuck every now and again and continue to co-parent. And I want to see Kanye West properly medicated, healthy, and loving himself and with a black woman. And I want to see Kim Kardashian stay with Pete for Pete's sake.
I hear you. I want to say this to Kanye West, someone that's diagnosed with bipolar, you have to be on your meds. And I don't have any sympathy for Kanye because he's a millionaire. So he get the best doctors, the best psychiatrists that money can buy. And if you're not going to comply with that, I don't think Kim should be with somebody that go on these manic rants, go on these, talk about family secrets. Because you get manic, you just say everything, right? And speaking about your ex-boyfriend, I wanted to run for president. I thought I was going to run for president, governor of Texas. I was called the police.
I would have voted for you, though.
I would have voted for you, Wiley. I promise.
I'm part of the Nation of Islam. I know Elijah Muhammad. I can hear the recordings of that. I mean, saying these things. I'm speaking to Elijah Muhammad. I spoke to him from the grave. Because when you don't take your medicine, you get very manic. And Kanye is one of those type of people, and I'm glad he admit when he was manic, but how many times can Kim take as a wife or for her children? Because if your man is having a manic state and you got kids, that's dangerous, seeing a father have these crazy rants. But I do believe Kim will always have somebody. Number one, she's white. Number one, she have money. I don't care. And a lot of men, they love these fake. But me, I love a natural woman. I don't want to deal with you. You got all this, fake that. I love everything natural. I don't care if you overweight, just as long as it's natural. Okay. Take off them waist. What are them waist banners?
Waist trainers.
The waist trainer. Take that off. Let me see all of it. Because I'm like, that stuff is there. You sucking it all in. Then we get in the bedroom. You broosh. Like, no. I want to see all of it, baby. Just be real. Because I'm all with that. And another thing, I would love to see Kim and Kanye get back together. Only if Kanye stay on his medication. Because when he don't get on that medicine, he talk crazy. He say slavery was a choice. He say all this stuff. Because when you manic, you're manic. He even admitted that my wife was embarrassing me wearing this red hat when he was a Trump supporter. Remember, he had that whole rant in the Oval Office. I'm like, get this man his medication. And Trump, he ain't got no sense. He's just looking at Kanye, just acting a plump fool in the Oval Office. And that's that. And he got all that media attention and he wasn't well. And I just hope that he get it together. And Pete, people talk about Pete, but he probably got a big pain. And Pete is funny. He's very women, and Katie, you can contest to this. Don't you like a man that can make you laugh?
Yes, I love a man that can make you laugh. I love that. That is such a turn.
You don't have to all look the back. If you can make women laugh, you can. That's why a lot of comedians they get a lot of poom poom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like what's that comedian we was talking about, the white guy, and he married a black woman?
Oh yeah, I can't remember
all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
You know all of them, but he cheated on his wife and he just had like prostitutes all the time. Gary Owens. Gary Owens. He's not the attractive guy, but he make people laugh. You know,
they what I'm laugh saying? Your pennies right off.
Yeah, laugh the pennies right.
Baby, it ain't nothing, baby. It ain't nothing gonna beat prostitute pussy, because prostitute pussy is experience. Seasoned, well-to-do, mastered in ninja pussy, okay? So ain't nothing gonna compete with prostitute pussy, baby. Okay? Nothing. Once your husband get a taste of that, is over. But let's be clear why Kim Kardashian is interested in Pete Davidson. Not only is because he got a big pale dick, but it's also because Kim Kardashian sees the way that Kourtney's white man, Travis Barker, is loving on her. And Kim Kardashian has saw that her and Khloe are having a terrible love streak with this dating black men back to back thing. So she's going back to the white on white dating pool to seeing if there's some stability and solidarity there. Because Kourtney is putting them up on game. You see the way Travis is adoring Kourtney's feet. He done laid out everything, baby. He ready to get married within the first year. He's just treating her like the pale queen supremacy that she is, okay? So Kim Kardashian is following in her older sister's steps.
I'm here for it. It's just something with that Kardashian poom poom. Like, either the man or it's just something about it. Maybe it's
I want to know the secret. I want to know.
Maybe they sprinkle something on their body or sprinkle in their yoni and drink a certain portion or drink each other's blood. I don't know.
I remember they be doing that little yoni steam or something.
Oh, yeah, it's something that with that family that attract so many powerful black men.
Easily. It's power. These are some of the most powerful media moguls in U.S. history. So it's a power play, and power comes equity. With power comes unbelievable privilege.
That's
okay.
And you feel powerful just being connected to something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I look at Kanye, Kanye is very powerful in his own right. He could have chosen anybody, and he chose, Kim Kardashian. I will get
that's because he knows that the sky is the limit because he's a black man. He would need a white cosign to have the power. He has a power as a black man, but he needs a white cosign. So he had to marry white to perceive himself as having the power.
Right, I agree. And also too, when you look at Kanye and when you look at Kim still played that wife role because she could have divorced him a long time ago. She took a lot from Kanye, and I really believe that she fell in love with this man. She had all the kids. She got like 4 kids by him. I think she really fell in love with Kanye, and he just. But I just think that she's tired of just dealing with that embarrassment because when he's in the news, she's in the news. She's trying to really bridge off to become this lawyer, to become this advocate, to really become this activist. And here he is. I want to run for president. Slavery was a choice. He's on a whole nother level spiritually, even naturally. His level is just different from what Kim is trying to go into. And I heard that she was fucking Van Jones. That's not true, The guy from CNN, Van Jones, they was supposed to have some type of thing. He's supposed to teach her how to be a lawyer. That's probably why she flunked the test, because she up there sucking his dick and supposed to be practicing how to take that test. I heard allegedly.
Hey, he told her this was a part of the test.
That's a part of the test. That's how she
was part of the test.
Baby, pale supremacy coochie is known to bang its way to the top, baby.
Oh my
Make
God!
it do what it do. But hold on. But here's the thing: how can you say you love your husband when you openly state that you got contacted by a clothing company that wanted to give you $1 million for sponsoring them on your Instagram? But the only reason why you hesitated was because the same company sells fake ass bootleg Yeezys, your husband's tennis shoes, and then still have the nerve to call Kanye and ask him, could you do it? Like, what?
Like, don't do that. And she's like co-owner of Yeezys, I heard. She
was like, it's $1 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she loves somebody all right. The money, baby. That greenery, the moolah.
She had beautiful children. Like they look good together, honestly. Like
they do.
That family union. But I won't be shocked if I see them get back together or them planning this, because the Kardashians are very strategic. They can play. Even Kanye, sometimes he can play on the mental illness to make him get more popularity, make him get more into the news. So who knows? They could be playing us all. Now this is another sad couple. Stevie J apologized to his wife, Faith Evans. If you have not seen the video, go to Tasha K page. She posted a video of Stevie J cussing out Faith Evans, calling her dumb, calling her bees, just cussing her out. So a little backstory on that: an artist that Stevie J supposed to help stole the video footage and sent it to Tasha K, and Tasha K leaked it to the public. So now Stevie J has been embarrassed. They was dragging him, and of course he filed for divorce from Faith Evans, and now he have released a video on the Neighborhood Talk apologizing for how he treated his wife. I think the caption read, let me see, what did the caption read? Apology to his wife, and people are still dragging him to this day. Katie, would you leave your husband if he verbally assaults you and it comes out public? How would you handle that situation? Do you think Faith should leave him?
No, I don't think she should leave him, because whatever happened between a married couple, whatever happened between any couple, it's their business. Sometimes if you're in a certain light, like they kind of sort of famous, I would say CD celebrities or something like that.
I think Faith Evans she hasn't been out of the limelight for a long time. She like a C-list. I'm gonna give her a C.
Yeah, kind of like C.
I'm gonna give her a C. And Stevie J just give him an F. I don't know what he's
in that position.
Right.
Somebody's gonna kind of hear what's going on.
Yeah.
But still, I don't think that'll be enough to make me leave my man if I truly loved him. Mm-hmm. I think probably Stevie have a little bit of growing up to do still. This is his first marriage, so he's not really experienced with marriage. As you guys seen when he was on Love and Hip Hop, he did a lot of playing around out there in the field. Like a whole lot of playing around. So, he's very new at this marriage thing. And he got to realize that he's married now. He's just not in a relationship, but this is a union. This is a marriage that's supposed to be under God. So you got to move in a different way. This is not just some chick that you smashing and you shacked up with. So you got to move in a different way when you're married. It's different now. You under a different playing field. It's not the same field that you're used to.
Conscious.
We talked about these fools in the last show, and a lot of my opinion still stands. What would cause me to leave a man is not whether I love him, but whether he loves me. And I'm the kind of person who can love a motherfucker from afar. Because there is nothing about Stevie J's history that should have gave Faith Evans faith that Stevie J could remain committed, unless she made this choice when she was tooting when she was tooting cocaine off his dick. If she was high when she made the decision to marry him, I completely understand that level of judgment. But I want to know, I still think we need to get Faith up on the channel and get her up on the stream, because I want to know what made you believe that what he didn't give to Jocelyn, what he didn't give to Mimi, what he didn't give to Delicious, what he didn't give to any other woman, he was going to give to you. He didn't even give it to 20-year-old pussy. You 55-year-old puss.
That's right.
Stevie J has had the best of them. He couldn't even stay committed to fresh and prime, batteries included puss. What was he gonna do on limited Duracell? What was he gonna do, Faith? Okay? Seems to me, baby, that you had your expectations set way too high. Okay? Now, I'm sorry. This is a trauma bond to me. And then the gag is, as Renee said, the rumor is she's the one who's damn cheating. Because Aunt Jocelyn said that Stevie's dick was barely working to begin with.
That's your mouth.
Yes. Jocelyn said she had to blow on that thing. She had to whistle to it. She had to do sign language to get that thing up and going. So what was you? It wasn't nothing left for Stevie J, baby, by the time a 20-year-old puss had done dragged the remaining semen out of him, baby. It wasn't nothing left, honey. So I don't. Every time I think of Faith and Stevie, I see that segment of Love and Hip Hop where Jocelyn and Stevie was high out of their minds at the reunion, about to run up on Benzino, and Althea, high, sweaty, musky, and stank, hauling ass across the stage on a cocaine binge. And that's what
she was musty too. They said she used to be musty.
Yes, and that's all I see when I think of him and Faith. I'm just like, this is too much. Like, I expected Faith to know better, girl. You already done been with big ass, and you had to share a third of his ass with Kim, baby. Like, you should know a no good man when you see him. You done been in the world long enough now. So I think they both need to grow up. I think they both ain't got no damn sense. I think they both got terrible ass judgment. And I think that they need to divorce and need to forget this thing ever happened, because they're gonna be the death of each other. Yes. They're gonna be the death of each other.
And and they were friends. They should see. This is why you don't have to always try to talk to your friends and try to date your friends or be in a relationship. Keep that in the friend zone. Stevie J is a man that needs to remain single. Faith needs to be in counseling because she's a broken little girl, and she just happened to be an adult. She's still broken, and she have to work on some things too, because you attract this no good trifling man, and you seen the signs. And now you with him now, and got embarrassed out to the whole entire public, and now he have to apologize, and now it make you question Faith's mental health right now. I'm questioning her, like, what's going on with you? Even their family was shocked. Faith family was really shocked that she married Stevie J. They're like, what? Where did this come from? They didn't even know until the public, once it was announced to the public, that they were married. So I hope they get it together. And drug is a hell of a thing. Like, coke is really out there. And I'm hearing that she loved the powder, because the way how she was sounding in the video, I said, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I hate you. I hate you. He called her a bead. It was like, it just like, it's no telling what happened before. I wish I had the full video just to get full.
Who recorded it? Who recorded the video?
Stevie was recording the video.
Faith was recording it?
No, Stevie had. Stevie was.
Oh, Stevie recorded it.
Yeah, he was recording the video.
He started it.
Yeah,
he's the narcissist. He started it.
Yeah, and she said, "Leave me alone." And if she's cheating, if your pee not working, I think it's in the scripture. You have a right to cheat with somebody peeing that is working.
Thank you.
Is it in the scripture?
I dated a guy like that.
If pee didn't work, I think I'm gonna have to divorce. Like, if my pee,
you should not get mad if a woman cheat. If it's not working,
it gotta work.
I'm gonna go to the elevator that's going up.
Yes, yeah. If he got
going down.
It's just the truth, man.
It's the truth.
That comes from drug. It's so much that affects your drugs can affect that down store area. Like you got to be careful abusing that because that can mess up that area. It's a muscle, and you have to protect that muscle and make sure you eating the fruits and vegetables and vitamins and not all that coke and heroin and this shooting all type of stuff in the peen to get a vein. You can mess that muscle up down there.
Baby, the only time she gonna get Stevie J peen up is if she put a trampoline under it.
Yeah.
And get that thing jumping. Okay.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God. It's just like that's what when you do so much to that muscle, you can abuse it, and it's just so sad. But I am sad for Faith because I love her. I love watching what was this show, Fighting Temptations, when she played in that movie. I still have that image of her in my mind. Like the image that I see now is just heartbreak. I cried. Like I'm like, wow, she is really.
She's a shell of herself.
Yeah. Yes, it's just going down there, and eventually, if they don't, like you said, it'll be the death to both of them. I will live to see her die of a broken heart or something. I won't be shocked to see that because it's just so sad. I am praying for the family, her children, because then you got to see your mama getting it's one thing to know privately, but the public know this. We all talking about this, and that's your mama and that's your aunt. So I am praying for the family, and I hope they get it together. I don't know what you can do.
We praying for Faith, child. Fuck Stevie. Faith, get it together.
I am praying. Okay, Young Dolph. May he rest in peace. He was shot and he was going to now I understand it's a cookie store in Memphis that sells cookies. It's a cookie shop. And he was there and he was shot and killed right outside the shop. Many people is just upset about this. Even when they did the memorial and they was outside and it was some gunshots on, I'm hearing that a comedian that was making fun of Young Dolph was shot and killed as well. So what is this? I'm hearing that a couple of artists from that label is dead. Is that correct, Katie?
I heard about that. I've been hearing about a lot of rumors, but I have heard I've heard about that comedian. He was saying some kind of out of line stuff. I don't know I don't know what it is about some people that like to talk about people bad like that when they pass, but it does happen. But I think this is one question I had out of everything. Where is the surveillance camera from inside of that bakery?
Yes. Okay. That's a good question.
A big question. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think they have that. I don't think the public will be able to see that because that's probably part of the investigation.
Okay.
I don't think
they definitely had surveillance outside of the bakery.
They definitely was able to see that. Yeah. And I was like, for how I look at this, where your security at? I understand you want to go back to the hood, but you need to have about 40 deep. One thing I admired about Tekashi 6ix9ine, this man traveled 3, 4, 5 cars deep with security. And I understand that you're from the hood. You want to make sure that you didn't leave your neighborhood. You're with the people, but still have your FOI brothers. If you're in the Nation of Islam, still have your armed security that's outside surveillance. You know what I'm saying? If you still want to go there. And I just think we need to learn from what's the artist that died in LA. He was killed.
All of them.
Yeah, he was killed right outside. Oh my gosh, I forgot the man's name.
Was it Tupac?
Not Tupac. He was recent, and it was Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle when he was killed. I'm like, you had to be careful. And then a lot of times too, let's be some truth here. We don't know if Young Dolph was doing some criminal behavior outside of his good deeds. We don't know what he was doing when behind, you know what I mean? We don't know. We don't know behind closed doors or what he did before he cleaned his life up and became a. We don't know because people hold grudges. Like if you help beat up somebody or kill somebody and you make it big, you think people forgot, but these other people never forget. We just never. I don't think we will ever know. And I hope that the Memphis PD, I hope the FBI investigate, honestly, because when you see stuff like this, especially when rappers just losing, I think we need some other type of investigation in it. But I feel that it's very suspicious. I feel like something happened. Somebody's doing some dirty deeds. Something is dirty. Somebody's selling fresh in here. And I just hope that they found the people that killed them. Honestly, I just hope that justice is served in this because somebody lost their father, their brother. And he also bought a lot of properties in Memphis too. A lot of foreclosed properties. He brought over 100 from my research. I don't know how true it is, but that's how I was reading in the media. Conscious, What do you have to say about this? This is
I
another
don't
death.
even know what to say at
Which
this
I'm
point.
like, I didn't even know who young. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know who he was because
Let
I'm a
me see
gospel
your
singer.
shoulder lean, your
Oh,
shoulder
that
lean.
that's
That was my ish, baby.
Oh, that was my song.
okay. That was him. He did the shoulder lead. Okay, I know
Wait,
that.
with old
Yeah.
nasty shoulder going, honey.
Okay, yeah, if it's something with Shirley Caesar or Karen Clark Shear or somebody, I know that. I'm like, oh my god, But a lot of these rappers, if you don't name the song, I don't know them like that because I'm not really into the rap stuff. But okay, Shoulder Lean, I did know. Oh man, that was a bop. Okay, because I used to do that back in the day when I was a sinner. When I was a sinner. But what do you have to say, Conscious? You said you're not shocked. This has happened. No suspects have been caught. We saw the picture, but one of the ladies that did the first 48, she was requested. Some detective that's really good that does first 48. She is requested in leading that investigation. So we hopefully that they find the person that did it.
First of all, I gotta correct. Shoulder lean is young Dro, not young Doe.
Okay. Oh, I'm about to say, okay.
But since he died, I'm gonna give him that man top 10 single. Young Doe did Shoulder lean, okay? His death entitled him to those writer credits, baby. We gonna just sign those royalties over, and that deed and title over to Young Dro, okay? Young Dro, it's fine. You amongst the living, baby. You can do it over again, baby. Give this one to Young Dolph, baby. You got enough hits, sugar. Nah, I think I don't want to speculate about what this man what he was up to, because we know that we live in a time where successful black men will be killed just for being successful, especially if they are in a low hanging fruit, a low vibrational environment like the hood that fosters a lot of hatred, envy, resentment toward those who have made it out of the hood. I personally don't understand why Young Dolph, I just don't know why he wanted to be there. I just don't understand how he don't know what we all know, is that you can't be that successful. Because you know what happens in broke ass environments when you remain successful and you in broke ass environments? The people in that broke ass environment see your success as a taunt, even if you mean well. Even if you just being humbled and want to remain close to the folk, you just want to remain tangible and close to your mama and them and show the hood love. But because niggas ain't got enough and niggas ain't got what you got, niggas will feel like they'll feel a way that you can and they can't. That you can ride and they can't. That you can do and they can't. And unfortunately, this does put successful black men from the hood in a position to have to go elsewhere and just to be safe, because you got a target on your head for 50 million 11 reasons just because you're a black man with all that. And then if you couple that with any mischievous behavior and activity on Young Dolph's part, that just amplifies what's already a very dire situation. So I just wish that, I hope that the takeaway from this is, if you are a successful black man in any capacity and you in the hood, get your ass out of there by any means necessary. And like Wiley said, you only come back when you got the National Guard with you, baby. When you pull up to mama's house, you pull up with the Navy SEALs, baby. When you go to visit Mook and Ray them, you pull up with the military, honey. You pull up with them folk so you can pull back in one piece. Because that footage of Young Dolph, did y'all see that they had it's footage on the internet of his arm hanging out of the glass?
Yeah, I did see that. I saw the footage of that. And he was shot in LA. People forget, I think in LA he was shot. So that's already then you should have put your guards up of security. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to be around a person you always getting shot or stabbed. I got to get away. It's a spirit on you.
I don't want to be
around it. And I see a lot of the stuff that's going on in Chicago. It's gang related. And so this is I'm not going to be shot. A lot of these rappers, they put you think they doing good, but they still got their foot out there on the drug culture, like Fetty Wap. He just got he got arrested because he was selling drugs. Like, you can't be trying to do right and still do wrong. It's going to catch up with you. And then if you're going to do that, make sure you have the best of the best security around you. And I mean, once I make it big, I'm going to donate to my community, but you probably ain't going to never see me back in the hood. I will give back to institutions and donate. And if I do come back, I'm gonna be like Minister Farrakhan, showing up about 100 people where you're gonna be searched, and I'll have people all on the roof. Like, you have to have that protection, because it's people out there that want what you have, and jealousy is a thing, and it's real. And you got to understand that, and understand, especially if you've been shot before, like, automatically somebody in your team said, we need to increase your security, and you need to be watching out where you go. And so, and we still don't know who shot him back in LA.
It wouldn't have been no security for me to have, because when it came to doing the turkey drive at the hood, baby, we would have been airdropping turkeys over the ghettos, baby. We would have been airdropping ham, baby, over the ghettos in the hoods of Memphis, baby. It wouldn't have been no need to have security had it been me, baby. Had to been outside catching big goddamn hams for hoops.
That you would have airdropped, the turkeys. But you didn't have to be there. It could have been his staff, his people, right? His organization. He don't have to be the face of that, because Beyonce give out turkey and ham. You don't hardly see Beyonce passing this stuff out, or Jay-Z. Just be on the behind the scenes. But I think Young Dolph was still in the streets. I could be wrong. I still think he was doing some street activity. We shall see when this investigation come out. But I also want to say, when Katie's point, we got to stop making fun of people that die. But that's a trending thing, because the powerful people in the media and in these record labels love when you make fun of death, because it creates more death. The funeral home prices go up, and also the prisons go up. So they love that. Remember, it was the brand thing. Do about drugs. Now it's all about pissing on the op's grave, and that's a person beefing with. Like, now that's a thing now. And these labels are giving these people these contracts to do this stuff. So just like that comedian, I would have never done that. I remember one of my brothers, they was making fun of somebody in a rival gang. They pulled up to my grandma's house and was shooting. And if my grandma would have answered the door, she would have been dead to stay. And they shot his friend. They was looking for him because he was making fun of it. He's in jail now, but he was making fun of somebody, his ops. And they found where he stayed at, and they was shooting at my grandma's house when it was all on the news and stuff. You got to be careful of that, because these kids these days think that's cool, and it's not, because they see these men wearing these chains and these golds, and they getting all these multi-million-dollar contracts. That's why they doing this stuff. So you got to it's that hidden enemy that we have to call out, that pull the strings of this violence, because there's a lot of this stuff is manufactured from those at the top, because they help increase their pockets, and then you never know who own his masters. This is a money thing, so now you got to look at the people that's outside of this. I really think it's a higher power that's doing this stuff, honestly. And I'm not gonna say the name, because I want to live to see the next day. But there's some people pulling some strings. This is fishy, because this man was shot in LA. He shot at the cookie. This was orchestrated. They knew exactly where he's gonna be at. Somebody called for this to happen. Someone called for it to happen.
I mean, but you know what? Also, but when you're driving around in a $500,000 car, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to track you when you're riding around in the highest luxury vehicle in the damn city.
And with all the gold stuff around. Man, this. I feel like somebody said, okay, he got to go now. It's time. It's something with that. Yeah. It's somebody for it, because the way how them was professional hitters, the way how they was designed, they ain't want to shoot from the side and shoot innocent people. They got exactly him. So that's what I'm saying. It's something, maybe a business deal, maybe something he wanted to do. He pissed off the wrong powerful person that we don't know their name.
You remember the rapper? There was a person. I'm not even gonna say his name, okay? Because
right, you see what I'm saying? Like, this goes deep. Like, it's somebody in a penthouse, somebody that we don't see, we never talk about, because it's people in the industry that we don't know their name, we don't know we know the P Diddy's, but I'm talking about the people up top. Even in the scripture, I don't know if you know this, Conscious. Maybe we can call Dr. Reid, but didn't they say wickedness in high places? Is it something like that?
Yeah,
that stuff is real. This is some high places stuff and some wickedness that's happened up there. Man, I'm praying for his family. He's have a beautiful wife. I mean, this is sad, but it ain't gonna change, because the labels are still going to fund rappers to talk about the ops and blah blah blah, and it's still going to be, and we just going to be grieving yet another. And he was young, in his 30s.
I'm gonna tell you this though, too, though. Like
Woo!
a big thing that led to this death has a lot to do with the issue that this country has with systemic poverty. And as long as you have the poor amongst you, you're going to have radical violence. A lot of this behavior is out of lack. Niggas are trying to find a way to feed themselves, even if it means ending your life to do so. Even if it means taking a payment for a hit out on somebody. Even if it means stealing and robbing you. And I think that that's why we have to focus a lot around economics, and we have to figure out a lot, especially about our under and lower class, because if we don't take care of our lower class, we all gonna need metal bars at some point, because these issues are getting worse. And as times get tougher, people are going to be willing to do some really irrational, extreme things just to make ends meet.
Facts. And that's the truth. Poverty is the root of a lot of this stuff, and this country can do a lot to tackle poverty and put investments in these communities. And it's going to continue to happen. Just like Memphis, they keep talking about it's the gun laws. No, it's the laws that y'all are not doing that to help the poor. Y'all, it's just like y'all not giving investments. I say free college and universities, make you go to nursing school for free in the hood. You know, giving something to give somebody economic power so it can change the hood, because the hood can change it any day. Because when they gentrify this stuff, get people out of the hood, that same hood at 63rd and Ashland, you would get shot. Now they got multi-million-dollar homes. You know what I'm saying? Even in Dallas, they call it Oak Cliff. South Dallas. Now that's even changed. They building million dollar homes in this area. It's the same location, the same land. Only difference, they bring in people with money, and now people got homes and stuff to protect. You ain't gonna go there and shoot up the corners and all that type of stuff. You're gonna protect your investments because your mindset is different. You ain't on food stamps. You ain't in the hood. You actually own property. You actually got something to live for, and that's something I agree with you. We have to do something to attack that problem as a country, because that's sad in this country that we still have poverty. It's no way. We're the richest country in the world. Even us as Black people collectively, we have a lot of money that we spend, and we should not be having hoods have the most rundown places and stuff like that. Man, can't wait till I make it, because I know what I'm gonna do with it. You know, but
Wiley, not only that, Wiley, look at all the money that these local churches are bringing in.
Billions of dollars
to the community.
Billions. Well, Bishop Jakes already told y'all. He said, listen, I'm a help, but I feel like I pay all this tax money. They were talking about how much money you pay in taxes. Why should we, the churches, feed the people when we're paying so much in taxes? And I can't feed everybody, because he said I did the math and I can help, but I can't solve this problem. And I agree to a certain extent, because my tax, I don't mind paying taxes, because I've been paying it all this time. I don't mind. But I would love to see my tax dollars go to the problem, to the root of the problem. Why is it people in the hood paying taxes? Most of us work jobs. Most of us sign W-2s. Why are we still in rundown, rinky-dink neighborhoods? Where's that tax dollar going? Where is it going? And that's where it's not going to the problem. It's going to help other stuff and make other people rich, because maybe I need to study that more. Where's my tax dollars is going? I really want to track my tax dollars.
I think it's going probably in the prisons, in the fix the potholes in the street.
Right. Because I'm like, I pay taxes. You pay taxes. If you work a job and you got to sign that W-2, that means you paying some taxes.
Thank you.
My question is, where the tax money going? Because I don't mind paying taxes, but if it's going to the problem, if I really see them changing stuff, I'm like, man, my tax dollars are really working for me. Because like, if you save your money, you know where your money is going. If you save your money, you put $10 away for after the end of the third year, you see that savings because you put that investment in there. I think we don't see that as an average taxpayer. I don't see where my taxes to help the community. I just don't see it. I think like it's getting worse. Memphis, poverty, poor. Chicago in the hood, poor. You look Baltimore, poor, run, and Baltimore is run down.
They pour the money back into the parts of the city and the state that make the money.
Yes, I'm glad you said that, because that's where the money is going. Because my thing is this: it's people in the hood. A lot of people in the hood work jobs. That it needs to be a law wherever area it is, that tax dollars goes towards that area. And I think that it shouldn't be where I'm funding somebody else with a better off district than my district when I'm paying taxes. So it's, man, one day I may run for office because I don't understand. Maybe we have to get into these spaces because I just don't understand it. Maybe when I'm in it, then I could be like and tell y'all the secrets. Like, okay, this why stuff is fucked up because it goes over here.
Because of white supremacy, we already know.
Right, we know it because it is. And actually just expose the people. I know I ain't gonna live that much longer if I'm exposing the power players, but just to let people know, like, I really want to just videotape myself running for office, being in those secret meetings and hearing all this stuff. I know I ain't gonna live long. Being that, exposing that, because Malcolm X exposed that the real power. Dr. Martin Luther King exposed the real power. They was exposed, and when Dr. King was killed, he was talking about the Poor People's March. Helping poor poverty, and we're still talking about poor people. People are still marching.
People still marching.
2021, and he was killed because he was talking about the money. There's one thing with this country. They will sit with you with marching and integrating, but when you talk about that money and when you're talking about people that got the money to share with people that don't have, that's when just like that man in the Bible, Jesus was like, sell all that you have. He didn't want to do that. So, and that's still to this day. Rich people don't want to share that wealth. It's a lot of selfish, wealthy people.
Yeah, and they not take it to the grave with him. I mean, who's that man back in the ancient days that tried to get buried with all his gold? I mean, you can't take it away.
You can't do
it.
it.
All us niggas gonna do is
dig up
your goddamn grave, baby, and take it upon it.
Give me a shovel.
Them people at the grave sites, probably a lot of them probably take all type of money.
Vandalize.
Yeah. All them gold. I'm a Big Mama big chain that costs $300,000. Man, you think that's going to a grave? Well, they're gonna be like, okay, soon as y'all leave, they go because they don't drop the body. They're gonna take all that.
But it's because our American values are really out of sync. We often talk about the money and who should do what, but we also don't live in a society. We live in a society that's very capitalistic. So we no longer have beautiful narratives around, like, we should earn money, but feel good about ourselves by taking care of other people with those resources, not by glamorizing ourselves with our money, not by sitting ourselves up high. But in America, that's been painted as the American dream. And so oftentimes we get access to all of those things and we kind of narcissistically operate with that money. If you, in fact, give people something meaningful to live for, people will live well. But if you are producing a huge under and lower class of people who are struggling to have hope and faith in the system, who already are dealing with traumas and abandonments and single parent households and poverty and struggles and all of these complexities and uniqueness in their reality, you can't expect them to stay focused. And even somebody here mentioned in the chat, why are people still having babies? It's because just like during slavery, sex also has a therapeutic function. The more stressed you are, actually, the more hypersexual you can tend to be. Stress is also an outlet. So stress and low income, you see these things side by side for a reason. People in the struggle are using sex as a band-aid, as an outlet, as something that comforts them and takes the edge off of life for a moment.
Drug.
Huh?
It's almost like a drug. I mean, it's a
coping mechanism.
You remember what did Halle Berry say in Monster Bro? Make me feel good. Make me feel
real good, baby. Real good.
People are going to have, that's going to always be, because people are always like the baby boom. And when this country was doing good, they was having a lot of sex in the 60s, right? And it was what they call it, the baby boomers. I think that generation, they would have a lot. So sex gonna always be. It's feel good. It's natural. It feels amazing, especially if you find the right person to do it with. But by having that, you also need to make other investments outside the bedroom because that is going to help fund you for generations to come. And that's why I made a conscious decision to not have children yet because I'm not financially there yet. All right. I want to make sure I'm financially there because I know that's a decision. I have 100% power in that decision maker of who I'm going to have a baby with. And I want to make sure that I'm secure mentally, financially, and spiritually because I don't want to bring them in. We struggling. I got to stand in the food stamp line. I got to do this. I got to work 5 jobs. You know what I mean? I want to bring my baby in privilege. So we could be the black privilege. Oh, son, you go to Harvard or you go to Stanford. You know, I want my kids to come to the Thanksgiving. And I always say this. They're the privileged kids. We got the money. They got the Birkin. They got the Chanel. They're privileged. We going to come to the hood to see Big Mama. Or we going right back to that. We going to have our security. We going right back into our gated community. I'm going to have my kids. They're going to be privileged. They're going to speak different languages. That's how I want to do it. I always have dreams about that. I just don't want to be born in another generation in poverty, poor, stricken, hurt, destruction. I just don't want that from my seat. And that's why I even read a poll that a lot of people don't want to bring kids into this world. They're not doing it. And I've seen that poll. And I'm one of those people in that poll. Like I want my kids to be privileged. Bring my son to me, son. Wear this golden robe. That's what I want. I want like, you know, I want now once I get some money, oh baby. It's baby, I'm really gonna be getting it in. Right? I'm working so much. It's like the lottery for me. I'm in school. If that hit, I'm going with that track. I'm doing YouTube. If that hit, I'm going with the track. I'm doing whatever it takes. Whatever track hit, I want to hit it because I'm tired of being in the class, just a working class, barely making it class. If that's what it is, I want to be born in privilege that anything I need, everything is taken care of. I can just write a check. I don't even have to think about finance is not a problem for me. That's the kind of life that I'm trying my best to work the hardest to get to that type of life. I want to experience privilege. I want to be black in privilege. We always say white and privilege, but you do have some black privilege.
You want to be black and well, not black.
I know black and when I say black and privilege, when you have money, you have some type of privilege. It exists.
But you don't need to have privilege to have wellness. We need to get rid of privilege so that everybody can be well.
But it's privilege that do exist for some black folks that got money like that. It was this documentary that I seen on BET. They were talking about black folks that's well off and how they feel they don't feel appreciated or welcome in the black community that's poor because they got the money. And they was like, man, I feel like my people don't want to appreciate me. Then white America don't want to appreciate me because they have money. I want to be in that type of class. Black and got money. And I'm damn sure I ain't going back to no hood, going to no cookie shop. I'm gonna have my servant make me the best cookies. The best cookies. I'm not going back to it. My mindset, I don't even visit the hood in Dallas. I used to do one time, went there one time, and I said, I don't want to. Once I left Inglewood, the hood, I don't want to go back to the hood ever again in my life. Now, if I ever do go back, it's to buy property, to change it up, to make it middle class. But I don't want to do that ever again because it's dangerous. I was robbed before. I had a gun stuck in my face before. I was jumped before. It's just really, really bad. And poverty breeds all this stuff that I'm talking about. So we're going to go. One day, my kids, they're gonna be pretty come like, damn, Wiley Show said he got the money, and you're gonna see my kids coming up, and then they're gonna be like, damn. Look
Did that happen in Chicago, Wiley?
Oh yeah, I was robbed in Chicago, jumped in Chicago. I was in, and it was in a hood, and the rent was like $450 for a studio, and I said, oh, I'm gonna move to that studio for $450, and man, it was about $450. And it was a nice studio.
I see why you got robbed. You were paying $450 in Chicago.
I got off the bus and some told me, I'm gonna get robbed. And I said, I'm gonna go across the street because I know they're gonna rob me. Went across the street and it was this big old semi truck right there. And I had got robbed. One came from the front, one came behind me, and I was robbed. So took all the stuff. And then I got jumped and robbed right in front of my grandmother's house, and she lived in the hood in Inglewood, right? And I got jumped and robbed, and I could have got killed. And I gave them everything. Thank God they ain't take my wallet because I had on my scrubs to certain my secret pocket I had in there. But I remember that, and I just got tired. I'm like, man, I'm so tired of the hood. I am so tired. So that's why I don't mind paying extra money to be in a more off neighborhood. You know what I mean? And once I experienced Dallas, and I'm like, man, it's people in here that make some good money. Frisco, Carrollton, Plano. Those areas don't have the type of statistics in crime like Inglewood, Chicago, like the South. They don't have those out of the ordinary, people getting gunned down at their schools. They don't have those type of problems. Not saying it's not perfect because everywhere you go, crime exists, but it's not like those levels in Memphis, Tennessee, or in the hood in Chicago. Even in your area, we all can contest to the hood. I'm saying I'm definitely knowing. They said Wiley, you wilding, but in Chicago, 50 is suspect. It was about 450. It was a studio. It was a studio apartment. And it was about it was about 450, 475. Some of it, I remember it was a special. It was a rent special. I got robbed. And it was in Roseland. Anybody in Chicago? No, Roseland is a bad neighborhood. Like Roseland is, they call them the Wild Hundreds. That's a dangerous neighborhood.
I heard about the Wild Hundreds. I used to stay over there on 70th and True.
See, I'm telling you, that while I was in there, I was like, what you thinking? And I left. And it was, don't get me wrong, it was a nice studio apartment. It had an area where I could put my bed. It was really nice. And I wanted to be independent. I had this independent mindset, and I went to work, wasn't bothering nobody. I had my scrubs all coming from work, minding my own business. But those people probably ain't got none. And all coming out the people that's actually doing something and actually working, being productive. Because not everybody in the hood is in gangs. It's people that's in school, they got careers, that you know what I'm saying? They just trying to make ends meet, and yet you get a gun, or and now it's even bad. Now they taking people cars. You at the gas, it's just ridiculous. But I agree with the panel.
Baby, it's a principality over Chicago. My little cousin was in my little cousin was in Chicago for 6 days. She been a good girl, a good country Southern girl her whole life. In Chicago for 6 days and had done committed Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. That's a lot in Chicago.
It's a strong spirit of thievery over Chicago.
My brother, he's serving, I think, I don't know if they're going to give him 10, 11 years. So Grand Theft Auto, he actually robbed at gunpoint a man car, took his car. Got caught. He's in jail right now, waiting trial. He may get 13, 14 years. We don't know. But that's going on. And it's a lot of girls doing it. Because I saw the interview. One of the girls said, I can get away with it because I'm a female. So I can, people, guards go down when you see a woman. And then you see get that Glock. Get in the car. They just shot a 90-year-old. He's just a cab driver trying to make a living. Took the car and still shot the man. That's going on a lot in Chicago.
A bitch like me, I'm pretty. I'm more likely to be raped than robbed.
Really?
I be having to put a cage around this Putin about this ass and stuff.
They probably do both. Conscious, you probably get robbed and raped.
Right.
They'll rob me of this puss, honey. So that's why I be having to be show for the things and have my private security with me and things.
Listen. I'm all about private security. I'm all about watching my surroundings. I'm all about, you know what I'm saying? You got to be very cautious. And I've learned this from a long time ago. You can't be on your phone and listen to earbuds. When you're in the hood, you have to be aware. Mind your business, get what you're going, and don't be having your headphones. You got to watch your surroundings and know, because you got to watch. That's why my head just be, and I still to this day, I still do that. I still be make sure the door's locked. I still be watching like, okay, who are you? If I see a crowd, I don't know. I may not come outside. I still live. I'm highly aware, and my friends have to remind me, boy, you ain't in Chicago no more. Because he had his Christmas gifts all in the car. He said, I'm about to run up in the store. I said, you can't leave your Christmas gift. They're gonna break it. Listen, I still I'm in the hood. I'm very aware of my surroundings, but you got to be
Wiley. It's called trauma, baby. You've been traumatized.
It's still that way.
Traumatized, baby. It's hood trauma.
It's still that way. And I still be like, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. I saw some two people. I said they might rob you. I was ready, And one thing I love about Texas that you can you can get a weapon. And I'm gonna go to the gun range. I'm gonna record it for y'all to see because I never owned one before. Oh, I can't. Ooh, I can't wait. I want to give me one with the scope. I'm telling you, like, once I get one, oh baby, because they have to remember. They say, you can get it without doing all the tests. In Chicago, you got to do a test. Here, you don't have to do that in Dallas. So I'm gonna show y'all when I go to the gun range and show y'all all that good stuff.
Yes, I can't wait to see that.
Trauma. But I want you to get rid of that trauma, Wiley. I want you to soak in some good Epsom salt.
No, for me, I'm a little better. I'm not as I was. I'm getting a little better. Even when I go to Chicago, I'm like, oh, I need to leave this city. It's too much stuff moving around.
You don't need to be going back. You people need to be coming to you.
Okay,
let me meet you in the middle somewhere. Maybe y'all meet at the train station.
Yes.
This is the thing.
Maybe you can wave at them on the Greyhound as you're riding past. They don't need to sit there.
I would say there's a lot of my family. They're moving like into the suburbs. They're moving like into more nice areas. They're getting out of Inglewood. But if I do go back, I'm not like going to because I don't go visit the hood. I'm glad my grandmother now she stay in the suburbs. They move into the burbs. But I will tell you, I'm in counseling because I'm in therapy with that because that PTSD, that stuff is real. Right?
Yeah.
It's real. When you in the hood, you hearing gunshots, you getting robbed, you get jumped. You see people get it. I grew up I've seen all of that as a kid, seeing people get gunned down and I just saw a lot of violence growing up because Inglewood, for it to be a small area, is really, really dangerous. And I pray for anybody that's dealing with that. I know somebody was saying they live on 90 some and they understand. Yeah, I pray for y'all. All right. Whew. Okay, let's go to this topic. I know you, Larry Reid. We're gonna go to Larry Reid. Update. Now, Conscious covers this lawsuit like nobody's business. Now, what I heard from the lawsuit is that Daryl lawyer wants to drop him because of non-payment, but the judge said, no, you got to represent him. And I'm like, and somebody says, is that possible? I'm saying, yes, a judge can tell a lawyer, and if he refuses, he can lose his law license. So, Conscious, any updates that you want to give us in this of this case? Because is it heading to trial? Like, where is they at right now?
Well, Dr. Larry Reid is, of course, whipping ass and taking names in his lawsuit. It is true that Auntie Daryl's lawyer, Frederick Middleton, attempted to petition the courts to withdraw on the basis of his client being a broke-ass, non-insured, ashy Negro, who also is difficult, uncompliant, and very unyielding, on top of also being evidence-less regarding his defense and his counterclaim. Fred Middleton, 70-year-old ass, thought he was about to be acquitted and go on about his life until the residing judge, Judge S. Gwynn, denied and terminated his motion to be dismissed. So now Auntie Daryl and Frederick Middleton, his attorney at law, are stuck in a toxic ass relationship together until the end of this thing. So what's next on the docket is Dr. Larry Reid and Auntie Daryl will be sitting down for a mediation attempt on the 6th of December. That play-by-play will go down inside of my Patreon, and this will be Daryl, Auntie Daryl. This will be great-granddaughter Daryl's his moment, okay, to beg and plead to the good secular man of God to get his foot off his neck once and for all and to shut this the hell down. Now, to anybody who is questioning, what does that exactly mean? It means that if Auntie Daryl agrees to shut the hell up, remove all content and slander, and to keep Larry and his compadre's name out of his cock blower, that will go into the system. And if Auntie Daryl in any kind of way violates that order, guess what'll happen? The SWAT team will come bust up in his basement and drag his bald head ass right on to the county jail and find his ass swiftly and very professionally. And that jail sentence will get worse and longer every single time until he's finally on death row, where I believe he should be. And we get to watch and have a front row seat to lethal injection, because I would love to have my premium seat in MVP to the injection room, sugar.
I just, I don't feel sad for Daryl because he had many chances to let this go. And why would you can't afford the lawyer? That means your audience left you because they supposed to send you $5, $10, $100, $1,000. They supposed to fund this. They have left him in the dust. You let people pump your head up, and they have all left you.
Okay, so for Macca Bag, who clearly, she don't got her bundle stitched in well, says that that's definitely not what happens. Boo boo, boo boo, boo boo. I don't know whether you graduated from DeVry or you have your GED logic on, honey, but that's exactly what happens in this here case.
Because all the people that was in his chat, they don't come in there no more. He used to get like a 500, 800 now. It's down to 100 to 200 people. Like the people.
Wiley, his own. I posted a screenshot of his own supporter saying that she's no longer going to continue to give him money out of her right titty. That all she has for him is prayer, and she will catch him when it's all over.
That's the thing. They're
supporting him now in prayer.
That's it. If prayer can't help you to pay that lawyer. That lawyer needs his money.
So he's living on a prayer. He living on a prayer.
Every time the lawyer tell you how to file a motion to say I don't want to do this no more, you in bad trouble. You in bad trouble. And I really feel for that lawyer for even taking a case. I wish he would have called you. I said, don't you take that case because he literally cannot do this. Larry Reid pockets are deep and it's fat. And you lie. And then Karen, just answer this. Where's the so-called victims at? Did they leave him too? Like where?
The accusers left FUPA the day the lawsuit was filed. The accusers went into obscurity, baby. We ain't seen them people since the lawsuit began, baby. They crawled right back into the gutter holes in which they came out of. Them power bottoms in North Carolina ran right back into the mountainsides where they need to be.
And I tried to warn Daryl. I said, don't do it. It's not good. He didn't want to listen. And for me, he do have some talent. He's an actor. And so much he can do with his gift. But you took all the stuff that you equipped of knowing how to do and pick a battle with Dr. and got obsessed with Dr. Larry Reid and knowing that he can sue you at any time. Then he sued you. You still just went at it. Boom, boom. Instead of you saying, let me tap out. Let me focus on something else. Now you just distracted. Now you gotta come out with money to pay your lawyer. And I don't even think he's gonna take it down because I think he look at this as entertainment, but you're not getting more views. I would see if you were getting 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 views. You're losing every single month in views. So this is not helping your channel. It's not helping your brand. And
Wiley,
even the person that he's doing videos with,
Wiley,
it ain't helping him either.
Wiley, Auntie Daryl, according to her, is now doing DoorDash for a living.
It's so sad.
Oh.
And she's doing them in 3-piece thrifty suits from the Goodwill. At least she takes good pride in what she does for a living now.
I just don't understand that. And Larry Reid could have offered him a job to be a cameraman, to do a play. There's so much that Dr. Larry Reid could have offered Daryl, but he just stayed obsessed. I'm like, come on, guy. Like, no, he didn't want to listen. I don't feel bad for him. Larry Reid's a preacher, and I really believe that if Daryl come at him and just delete the video and apologize, Larry Reid would let it go. I personally believe it because I don't think Larry Reid would just continue that and just try to bankrupt him. But Daryl is not. He's hard headed, so it's like he have to go through this. And I don't think he will ever learn unless he would have to go through this. But eventually, that panel that they have, they're gonna all fall out with each other, and
they already have.
They already fell out with each other. Wow.
They've left FUPA to a prayer, baby.
Wow. See that? But they was all pumping.
That we turned into him real quick when the lawsuit began. We was in this thing together. Then when lawsuit happened, Daryl got some problems, y'all, and we gonna be praying for him, everybody.
That lawsuit happened. And it happened quick. Like when he filed, everything went like boom, 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 boom. This was not like a slow thing. When he filed, he was served. This was quicker than Cardi B and Tasha K.
Wiley.
Yeah.
He got his own son to answer the door for the process server. His own son served him the lawsuit paper.
Wow.
Daryl Jr. is listed on the process server paperwork. I know he's enjoying that tablet. You go ahead, Daryl Jr. You're trading your daddy in for silver and gold. Shout out to you.
You can't blame him. He don't know his daddy acting like that on the internet like that.
Don't blame him.
He just answered the door like, wow, that is something. Okay.
Everybody gets a Judas. It just happens to be Daryl's son.
Daryl's your whole son, sir. You with the paperwork. Nah. You go. Okay. Wow. So that's the update on that. And December the 6th, you're going to give us the rundown. It's on your Patreon. He's going to give us that rundown of that lawsuit concerning Daryl Moore versus Dr. Reid. Now, when it comes to Tasha K, I don't know if y'all know the update on that. Just really quickly, Cardi B have to give her medical records to the court. And they're going to examine it by the judge. The judge's going to examine on the camera of her medical records to see if she have herpes. So it was some type of telephone conference. I couldn't get those records because it's sealed, but that's the last update on that, and they will be in trial in 2022. So it's a lot of cases. You got the Dr. Reid situation, you got the Cardi B and Tasha. So we're gonna see who's gonna come on top on all this stuff. And I really believe, without a doubt, Dr. Reid got that in the bag. Because the lawyer gonna do the bare minimum just to not get his law license
because he's not even getting paid. So he's
gonna do the bare minimum. Like how expensive? Okay. Give us the price, Rex. I want to know how much this stuff is costing.
Okay, so let me give you.
Okay.
So if this goes to trial, it will go to trial in April of 2022.
Wow.
Judge S. Gwynn asked both attorneys what would it cost for their client to survive from 2 months ago to April. Larry's lawyer said $129,000, and Fupa's lawyer said $68,000 just to be retained from 2 months ago to trial.
Wow.
When Auntie Daryl told the judge that he was already only living off of $1,400 a month, the judge then granted Auntie Daryl mediation because it was in his best interest to ask Larry to drop this shit because Larry is going to bankrupt Auntie Daryl's entire generation. His whole lineage is going to be bankrupt. His children's children will be having funds extrapolated from their checks every 2 weeks, paying back Larry for what their great grandpa did. If this thing don't happen. So this is of substantial proportions. And that's only involving the lawyers. That's $68,000 for Daryl's representation, coupled with $200,000 in punitive damages, paying back all of Larry's court fees, paying back all of Larry's attorney fees. We're talking about something that is unsurvivable. It's unsurvivable.
Because Daryl ain't got it. He's talking about Larry was on the show. He's talking about his YouTube income. Wow. I wouldn't have did that. I'm sorry.
I won't make a bang. Make a bang. This is what I want you to do, Sugar. Okay? I want you to find me.
Man.
I want you to find me on a hot southern day. Okay? At least at 150. And I'm going to make sure that my coochie is real fishy just for you. And I want you to go all the way down. And I want to smolder your face in some real fishiness, baby. Okay? So you contact me on a hot summer day, Sugar, because you aching and begging for a piece of me. And I'm going to give you a fishy part of me when I do, okay? You stay in contact with me, girl. We'll get it together.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
And on that note, we are going to open up the phone lines.
Oh, easy.
Oh.
Yeah, so on that note, if anybody want to call in, hold on, I'm getting it ready right now. Wow, we got this update, and make sure y'all go to his Patreon and get that update because all of the
and somebody asked me in the chat too, is there some way that they can get kind of an update. I do have a playlist on my channel, so check out the playlist. It's titled Larry Reid lawsuit against
hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's a playlist on my channel, so just start with the first video and just work your stuff down. Now, it's 5 months of content in that playlist, baby, so you're going to need a whole month, okay, of dedication to get all the way up to date. But the playlist is over there.
I heard that. We got to open the phone lines. Moderators, if you could post the number in the chat, the 646 one. We're going to bring the people on Wednesday.
Your show now, press 1 to hear important instructions.
Okay.
Your show is scheduled to start in 35 seconds.
All right, 35 seconds. Okay. I got the number here. So if y'all want to call in, that's the number below right there. This is an update, you know.
Don't run your mouth. It's a takeaway. Leave folk alone. Let well enough be well enough. Damn it.
Yeah, that is definitely definitely that way. You right.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right. The number is 646-716-8447. We reached out to Daryl to see if he want to come on and speak. He declined to come on to speak, to come on the show. We invited him to, if he wanted to say something. I know Larry Reid is busy. I said, Daryl, do you want to come on? He respectfully declined.
I know he did. And I know he did respectfully decline, and he bet not want to come on the show either. He bet not want to come on the show either. I know he did respectfully decline.
He respectfully declined.
That sure is. That's exactly what he did.
Oh man! Oh, this show we did a whole hour show. I want to say thank you. I'm just really here laughing at your commentary of how you just broke down that whole case.
He broke it down.
For those that don't know, go ahead, Katie.
I said he broke it down like that. I understand everything now.
As a matter of fact, the doctor had blessed my platform today and came on and spoke for himself about the lawsuit. So you guys make sure to check out that commentary interview today.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out because you did have Dr. Reid on the show. I love when he come on your platform. Y'all have a vibe. Y'all have just great spirit. I love Dr. Reid. I would tell you, I was on the panel all about the tea, and this one lady said, I'm going to pray for Dr. Reid because what he did wrong with that twisted wig. I had to rebuke her. So you ain't going to talk to my pastor like that. And, Wiley, I rebuke you. That prayer ain't going nowhere. Because I'm like, and then she started to pray with her eyes open. Don't you want to open your eyes and to get into the spirit?
That prayer did not work.
I mean, everything. She just brought up Dr. Reid, and I had to rebuke her. And I'm
baby, but you traumatized that woman because you got her right on together, baby. I bet you she won't open up her mouth on Dr. Larry Reid again.
Okay. I didn't because it was a lie, and it was just it's just bad spirit. You can feel something that ain't right. That ain't right. Now, if something were to happen, go through the proper channels. But you just went to YouTube to build a channel. You didn't care nothing about these people, these so-called victims. And then they left you in the hole. Then your team left you. I would just say, okay, let me tap out. When are you going to tap out? I want to know how them conversations going with his lawyer, though, because you got to represent him. Like, wow.
Well, that's the issue. There ain't been no conversations. If you read the memoranda that the lawyer wrote up himself to the judge, he says that communication and the direction of this case is compromised by my client. He says me and my client have irreconcilable differences.
Wow.
Irreconcilable.
Okay. So the phone line's open. I think we have a caller in here. Anonymous, you live on the air. Oh, this one. Okay, Anonymous? Oh no, see, I knew that was you. See? Here we gonna go ahead and troll like
baby, that coochie on fire, baby. Baby, put some oil on that thing, sugar, so you call in again, baby.
You had it in right when she was climaxing.
Baby, that gonorrhea burning her up, baby. Syphilis ain't no joke, bitch.
But I'm glad you covered it. So are you gonna go to the courthouse? Is they allowing people to go to the court? If they go to trial, would you go to the courthouse?
I'm definitely going to be in tow, front and center, with Dr. Larry Reid in the back of the Escalade, pulling up to the courthouse, representing for the victory of all victories, baby. We're gonna turn that thing out, and I might kick Daryl's ass in the parking lot if it comes down to that as well.
Don't do it.
Because this man is talented. He's an actor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's with the stage, but it's so much he could have do with his career. You know what I'm saying? Other than going this route, you can't go the Tasha K route because Tasha K got the money, right? If you want to go that, you got to have the money. If they sue, you got to have the money. And I'm glad you covering it, conscious.
Wiley, you said talented well.
He's talented. He's an actor. He played in
Let's go over. No.
He played in Lottery Ticket.
No. Let's talk about his
plays.
Let's talk about his resume, baby. Okay.
Let's talk about the resume.
Auntie Daryl played in Good Burger. And he played the burgers in Good Burger. He played the hot dog in the bun in Good Burger. He played the biscuit in the basket on the table in Good Burger. Okay? Auntie Daryl is a professional hamburger. That's about as good as his acting job gets. He's a professional prop, baby.
He had a talking role in Lottery Ticket. He was one of the guys, one of the heavyset guys in the house. I'm just thinking of my memory. Producers in the control room. If you could bring me some updated information on his career, so I can read it on the show. But yeah, okay.
If you call him getting his lines together, him successfully breathing on set, yes, he slayed and he slayed well. Okay.
Okay. You know, I have a career. Okay.
Miss Moore is walking in her calling right now, which is bringing me my Baconator on my DoorDash order. The bitch should be here in 3 minutes, and I will leave that hoe at $3.50 tip. Okay. I told Larry D. Reid all this. All people are not called to greatness. Some people are actually made in the basic image of God, and Auntie Daryl is one of them. She's made.
I think like he could have talked about Hollywood stories about Hollywood.
He don't got nothing to tell except all the rejection he done endured on the casting couch.
He could have said that could have been some content. You know,
casting couch.
All the times he let them old men run up in his manhood just to get a second-rate acting gig. Yes, that would have been good YouTube content.
I could see him hosting a game show. You know, he got some type of talent.
He's a joke. I can see him hosting a game show.
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to see something better for what he's doing, but we tried to tell him, didn't want to listen to me, and he was on our show. He said, "You didn't let me talk." We let him talk. He lied and said we ain't let him talk. And he was talking about Dr. Larry, and this was way before the accusers or him interviewing quote unquote accusers. And I said, I think you need to lay off of that and get other content, because even myself, I don't just talk about one person. I talk about a plethora of things. Now, there's certain people I do roast and gag on.
So what I tell you, Wiley, like listen at what you just said, because you just cracked the secret to his life. Look at what you just said. So what does that tell you? You said you talk about multiple people, and he talks about one person exclusively. So what that tell you?
That he's obsessed. He's a stalker.
Not only that, let's go a little bit further.
Okay, or he don't have nothing else to offer. Maybe he don't have the talent.
Oh, that's obvious. That's why his wife left him. His dog left him. They ain't nothing.
I thought he was still married.
The dog left him.
I can understand.
Did you see? Have you seen his wife? His wife looked like a wide back ass Eddie Murphy in the face.
I can see why. He probably lonely. I would have called. Let me call Dr. Reid.
Melody wears the pants in that relationship, baby.
I'm gonna pray. I hope everything work out though. I can't send no money because
Wiley, the only reason why Auntie Daryl has maintained his lips around Dr. Reid's penis is because it's the name that pays on his channel. He don't make no top dollar off nobody else's name, but the name that he constantly got in his dick sucker. That's it. This is a money grab, baby. This ain't about nothing else more than a money grab.
Somebody said, "Did he ever help you find your daddy?" No, he never helped me find my daddy. I thought he was a person to help people find. What I originally thought he's content to help find a missing person, help you find your daddy, and all that. That's originally where he tried to come into this sector. And then he just stuck on Larry and just there. No, he didn't help me. Other people helped me to find my daddy and everything like that. I think we got, okay, this is probably a troll, but anyway, 2098. Okay, no, that ain't nobody. All right. But anybody want to call in? This is y'all time to call in. I know it's late, but
Child, they can't call in after we slay when we come up here. There's nothing left of a show once we done did this, baby. There's nothing left, baby. Okay, we put the period on the end of the commentary.
Let me tell you this. I want to bring you and Daryl on stage, and we meet up, and y'all have a conversation. I think I'm gonna tell it to Zeus. Like, are we gonna do a ghetto Zeus production? The conversation.
Now, money talks, baby. Money talks, baby. Money talks, baby. I was waiting for the money to come into the equation. Money talk, baby.
Bring you and Daryl more on Zeus so y'all can talk.
We will talk well, believe me. Cut that Zeus check.
Okay, I think we have a call here. 9582, you live on the air. 9582. Oh, come on. Trolls.
That must have been his homegirl, Kimberly. She is dragging 450 plus pounds around a cardiovascular restraint art. And that sound like her nostrils that was giving all of that deep breath. Breathe, baby, breathe, bitch.
Yeah, she did sound like she was BBW.
Open up your nasals, baby.
Shout out to all the BBWs out there.
I love BBWs, you know what I'm saying? I'm single right now. I do love playing games. I got a PS4, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a hard worker, you know. I ain't gonna be sitting there just playing the game. I'm actually working and providing. But I want to do it. I really next year I would love to do a dating show. I just want to do a dating show next year. So I have a lot of plans for next year because I'm looking at Dr. Reid, his production, doing documentaries. I'm like, okay, it's time for what? Okay, last question to the panel. What do y'all got planned for y'all show next year? What do y'all want to see? Katie, what ideas and plans you got for next year for your show?
Oh, wow. Next year, I see a lot of growth. And I also see me doing more interviews. I want to start reaching out and doing some interviews with different people, you know, maybe different content creators as well.
Oh, yes. That would be lovely. Conscious.
I see myself transcending YouTube, going into reality and mainstream television. I want to do some reality TV. I want to get into some ratchetness and some ghetto. I want to have sex on camera in front of the world and stuff. You know, I want an old nasty piece of reunion where I can jump across the table and hit holes in the head with all type of Moscato bottles and stuff. You know, I want to get into all that carrying on. I'm trying to embarrass my grandma next year.
That's right. Me too. Me too.
I'm trying to bring all types of shit to the family.
Next year, 2022, we'll
Cut me my check, baby. These people out here acting a fool and getting paid well to be a fool, baby. I want my turn. How about yourself, Wiley?
I really want to do a documentary next year. I want to do more interviews. I want to travel more. I think that I want to visit you. I want to visit Dr. Reid. I want to visit Katie talking on one and just have conversation with these greats. You know what I'm saying? Do a whole tour. I want to do stand-up comedy eventually. Because I'm already writing some material. I want to get into that. Also too, I just want to have fun next year. You know what I'm saying? Really, really have fun. It takes a lot of work with YouTube. And shout out to y'all creators. It's a lot of work. I was just on the phone with a creator and he said, you got to keep at it. You never know which video gonna hit. But once it hit, you in there. You know, you got to keep at it. And so that's something that's amazing.
I think you have to remember too that because I think us on social media, we kind of forget that that the physical industry exists, that there's opportunities in media and entertainment beyond just social media. You know, you can get into actual radio. You can get, you can become a part of a production company. You can go and act and be an actor. Like, there's an actual industry. So I think we need to not sell ourselves short by committing all of ourselves to just social media alone.
Facts. That is so true. Being in businesses, and of course, like last year, we had opportunities being on different sets. Pray that they get green light, and also too, you're exactly right about it's so many opportunities, man. The sky is the limit, and you don't have to be focused on just on one person. It's a billion other people out there that help you grow. I know next year is gonna be my year, and next year gonna be Katie's year. Next year is gonna be Constant CV year. I can't wait till like we do a live show. Hopefully, y'all can make it to Vegas. So we could do like a little show in Vegas.
I'm down for Vegas.
Okay. In August. Yes, the last week in August. I'm gonna definitely have to email y'all the details, but I would love for us to do something.
And we can share a room together, and what stays in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yes, I would love that. What happened? And I'm already working on this body because I want the producer to see me. They'd be like, "Damn, Wiley's so sick." I just want people to lust after me. Yes. I want them to lust. I've always wanted to be a thirst trap. I want them to take the shot to see this chocolate body. In Vegas, it's hot during that time. So I would love us to like to do a show or something like that and stuff like that. Yeah, because it's so much that I want to do. I want to be in good health and good spirits. And really put the work in because we all putting the work in. We all putting that work in. So
I don't want the same thing that I want. You want to be able to see an era of your life where you are at your baddest.
Yes.
Your money. You want to know what that moment feel like to be at your most master. That's what I'm going for.
And I love looking at people that's doing it, like the Tashas, the Dr. Reid, the Impressives, the Amal Wiggins Show. These people these people that's doing it. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to build my own studio. We in my studio, we doing shows, and I'm going to Katie Talk studio. We doing a play. It's just like I just can't wait to people that you rock with that actually in other positions. You know what I'm saying? Katie calling me, I got this play. You want to be in this play? I got the deal. This the deal right here on the table. I can't wait.
Speaking in existence, Wiley. Speaking in existence.
You got to speak that existence. I want friends like that. Remember me from YouTube. Hey, Wiley. One of the people, Andrew Carver can't do it. Can you come and play the I Am Delivered guy on this play? We're gonna pay like $6,000. I'm just giving an example.
Did you say 6,000?
I said 6,000.
He just threw a number out there.
I make that on Patreon. You better pile that number up.
I just
higher than that, child.
Okay, 100,000. I just want.
There you go.
I think because that's going to happen where I'm being in positions. Who you think I should host? Okay, I want to host a show with Conscious and Katie, and we get this radio show deal.
Wiley, these people get in $150 million for Spotify podcast.
Yes,
podcast. These people get in generational wealth with one deal.
Yes. And I look at that and I'm like, wow, like it's room at the table for us Black people to get those type of deals. I want to be I want to be the person to be in a position to give y'all a $100 million deal, $200 million deal, the fun projects. See somebody that's really going through and they got a good idea and I green like that shit. Take it, here you go. I'm gonna fund this idea and we all make money and we thrive.
Yeah. Cause that's what Damon Dash does. He funds movies and projects and artists and everything. Absolutely. That's why you need. So get your body together, because if you can't make it off genuine talent, me and you gonna make it off of fucking our way to the top.
Okay,
that's gonna be our second option, baby.
Same thing. I will follow our way to the top. Okay.
Yes, God. We got a backup plan, baby. We gonna get there, baby, one way or the other. Believe me.
OnlyFans coming soon.
Period.
Okay. Yes. All right. Make sure y'all follow Katie Talk, your YouTube. You can let everybody know how they can find you, your YouTube channel.
Make sure you go over there too, Katie Talk 101. I'm breaking all the stories, stories from around the world, around YouTube, and around the web, period. Come on over there for commentary, reviews, and much, much more at Katie Talk 101.
I'm gonna drop the link to your
Baby,
channel.
Katie Talk really is a versatile commentator. She breaks all the news. I'm talking about 6 o'clock news, celebrity news, baby. I'm talking news, baby. All the news, baby, going straight to Katie Talk. So y'all make sure y'all check out Katie Talk 101 YouTube channel and her Instagram popping. And y'all already know where the hell y'all can find me at, child. Oh, nasty piece of conscious TV over there, honey. Go subscribe. Get the thing.
And we're gonna be back sometime next week because we try to do the show once a week when we all are available. But anytime we take a break, it's like we do long, lengthy shows because we have so many topics once you do a once a week show. So we're gonna try to pick a day for next week and get some topics to talk about. I'm glad. We went through the entire.
People really love Two Men and a Lady, Wiley. Sometimes when I be watching your show, people be calling in and be like, "Oh my God, I was just playing Two Men and a Lady, and it makes me feel so good. It's just such a good show." I be like,
it's a good show. It's a good vibe, you know. And just imagine when we in person, we're able to do the show like The View, where they got the table, got the thing, you know what I'm saying? Yes. But it's so good that virtually we were able to have this show. We was able to do this. So this is just amazing. When you gonna go live, Katie? When you next time you're gonna go live?
Oh, I am going live actually tomorrow afternoon. Okay. I get off work at 6. I gotta be working early morning. But it'll be like towards tomorrow night.
Okay, so I'm gonna share it to my community wall.
I'm gonna share it to mine too. I'm gonna set my notifications.
Katie Talk 101 out. All right. Again, we reached out to Daryl Moore. He released a statement. He said, "At this time, I will not feel the need to be on a panel to discuss my legal issues.
Correct.
I am going to pray that all parties keep my name out of their mouth."
That prayer was not definitely fulfilled.
Okay, he didn't write that statement. I'm just
baby, that's definitely a prayer the Lord ain't gonna take up. The Lord would have to kill me for that prayer to be fulfilled, baby.
Shout out to Deborah Mitchell. Shout out to Deborah Mitchell for the love. Thank you, Deborah.
Yes, Deborah. Oh. Okay.
Conscious, you are so silly.
I'm just saying, Katie.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we will see y'all next week. Oh, Two Men and a Lady. Y'all have a blessed one.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
You guys.